Hey guys, welcome to another video. This one is I went back into my collections, your stash if you want to call it that, and I pulled out a pack because I keep all my stuff in plastic 12 by 12 bags, and this collection is a Kaisercraft Coastline collection. Now, in my little bag, I had the collectible Coastline ephemera. I had a stack of sheets, and I just thought, you know what? I'm just going to go to town. I felt hexies this morning. I felt like we haven't had hexies in a little while, and you can't go wrong when there's a hexagon page. I think you can hide a lot of stuff. I just love them. I just love them. So I decided to go through, and the photo that I'm scrapping, you can see it off to the side there. It was a day because I scrap, if you're new to my channel, hi, I scrapbook the everyday. That is one of the things. Of course I scrap special events, but I more scrapbook the everyday parts of life, because as much as they seem sort of tedious now, in time, it goes so quick, and the girls will be all grown and off with partners, traveling, working, all that sort of stuff will happen really quickly, and I want to grab these little nuggets of time and I want to scrap them my way. Now, speaking of nuggets of time, this is the last layout that I'm getting out of my Crafters Workshop Light and Fluffy modeling paste. This is my last bit. I don't have any more. So it's a sad day. It's a sad day. I have to get another one. It is on order. I have spoken to Cass and Jacques from Crazy Craft Obsession. It is on order, but it's out of stock at the moment. So I just have to wait, and I will have to use whatever else I have on hand. And yeah, that's all right. So I pulled out my HEXIGON darkroom door. This is the small, what's it called? Small honeycomb stencil from Darkroom Door. Now, I massacred my placemat because I do this all the time, guys. This is how I keep my placemat on top of my grid so it doesn't get all funky. I just put a strip of tape, double-sided tape, down the side, and it holds it beautifully. Now, I'm using my background piece of cardstock. It's not cardstock, it's paper. It is literally paper. I have put a good thick layer of clear gesso down, and I have also put my texture paste down, and I made sure I put a really thick coat of the gesso down because this is paper. It is not cardstock. It is not designed whatsoever for mixed media, especially the amount of liquid that I like to use. It's not designed for that, but it works. Now, the ink you can see me using, I've had these for well over 12 months. I don't think I've really ever used them very much at all. They are the Kaisercraft dye ink pads, and they're water soluble. And to be honest, I really only pull them out when I'm using Kaisercraft products, because obviously the colors sort of work with it. But I found the one thing that I noticed straight away as soon as I started using it, and you can see where I'm putting my brush down, the color payoff, the amount of ink you have to use. And obviously I'm comparing these to my Distress Oxides and my Distress Inks. These are, I got good coverage in the end, but in all honesty, the amount of ink I had to squish out of these ink pads, which doesn't bother me at all because they're not my go-to. So to use them up so they don't dry out, I was fine with that. Now, my background sheet of cardstock, you probably saw it there, or paper, is actually the Kaisercraft Christmas Wishes collection. and it's called Season's Greetings Paper. I thought it was kind of, you know, we're nearly up to the Christmas in July, so I thought I'll pull, and I was going to pull out some Christmas stuff, and then I pulled out that page and then got sidetracked with the other collection. So I didn't go down the Christmas path whatsoever. So this particular photo, it was one where Jen was off. I think she might have been at gymnastics training or something on the school holidays, and she's like a lost puppy when her little sister's not here. So it's kind of, it was one of those funny things. And she had this beautiful necklace that she had only just got, and it was stunning crystal little love heart. It was beautiful, and I just happened to snap the shot. And even though we're in the craft room, and it's not a photo that we've posed for, it's not, you know, at an event or anything, but it's just that memory of her coming in here. She's not my kid that gets right into the crafty stuff. She gives it a bit of a crack sometimes, but she's not my crafty kid. So when she comes in here, I absolutely love it, because, you know, she's in my little world and gives us a little bit of connection time. And yeah, so that's what I wanted to scrap. Now, I will be honest with you, I have actually worked these hexagons out, and I do have a photo sitting off to the side in case you're looking at how I'm putting these down. I gave them a bit of a trial, sort of a bit of a, to see which way I wanted them to go on my page. Now, the one thing, if you're new to my channel, the one thing that I want everyone to know about mixed media is you always cover up a good percentage of it. So when you're going to town, like if you go back only like 3 minutes, you'll not, like, it just looked like there was so much blue, and it was so much dark blue, and it was just blue. Yes, it looks like that, but you don't see all of it. You cover up so much of it with photos, ephemera, the hexagons. I cut those with my Creative Memories cutting system, and I love those. My theory is, if something's not broke, why replace it? Why look for something else? Yes, I have my Cricut. I could have cut them out of my Cricut, but you know what? It's just as easy to pull that cutting system out. It works perfectly every time, and it cuts through your placemat beautifully, I've got to tell you. I don't know why I do that. I always forget to lift it up, but luckily the placemats are not expensive, so it's okay. Now, I've got them all down. I've got them how I like them. I have, at this point, I do actually pull out my ruler and my craft knife to take the edge off, so I've got the border all the way around. That it was bothering me and it was throwing me off. I will be honest with you guys, normally I leave every skerrick of my process in and I just speed it all up. I have heavily edited this. Why? I'm just not feeling great today, and I was scrapping, and I just, for some reason, I think just life in general is just, it likes to catch up on me every so often, and I was just having I'm not sick, I just needed a relaxing scrap, and that's what I did. And it wasn't until I put the video on here and I'm like, okay, got to go and do the voiceover on that video, and realized that it was like 4 hours long. Now, there is no way in the world anyone could watch a video, even though I watch them in fast forward all the time. There was no way in the world I could cut down 4 hours worth of video and have it watchable. So I did, I apologize in advance that I did take the opportunity to just chill and scrap. That's what I was doing. So to be honest, I should have actually jumped on and done a live, because that's how I was feeling. And I am going to do a live next week. I will have to see how things pan out. It'll probably be either Friday afternoon or Saturday morning. They'll be the 2 times that I'll do it. I'm going to do it once though. So I love doing lives. I love having you jump on and have a chit chat while I'm doing it. And yeah, so I like doing that. It's fun. Feels like you're in the room with me. It's great. So I'm just raising up. I didn't raise up a lot on this layout. I did put some craft foam behind the photo, and I did raise up just these little bits. I did add a little bit of foam dot here, foam strip there, just to raise them up a little bit, to give a little bit of dimension. But because I've got the texture paste, and I'm going to bling it out, because the photo was all about her necklace and the fact that she was showing it to me. And so this is actually one of those layouts that I can go to town with the bling, and it's perfectly appropriate, because that's exactly what she was doing. So yeah, so I am, what am I doing? Tomorrow's video. If you loved last week's video, I have to keep you around just for a tiny bit longer. And I have to tell you, tomorrow's video, if you loved last Friday's video with all the florals, you are going to love tomorrow's video. It is another design team layout, and it is absolutely I am so happy with how it turned out. I have not been one for the Bow Bunny papers. I've just never sort of bought them. I challenged myself, and I now stand corrected. I absolutely love them. They do have a little bit of a vintage sort of vibe with them, tone-wise. But I tell you what, this layout, I don't mind saying, I'm proud of this one. It turned out really good. I'm proud of this one too, don't get me wrong. But yeah, that one, the bomb.com, it turned out beautifully. So now so I do, here at this point, I have to do a bit of a cleanup, because I'm getting a craft lunch happening on both sides of me. So I had to sort of do a quick tidy up and push everything out of the way, because when you're working with beads and little trays, and I have got 2 trays on the go here, sure as anything, I'm going to lean on one and I'm going to flip it, and there's going to be beads for miles. So yeah, I'm just having a look, and I'm just going to town with the beads. I don't make you watch all of the bead process, because I find the bead process for me is just, it's just zen for me. When I'm putting down beads and all that sort of thing, I was going to go in with some liquid pearls and stuff, but I wanted it to be more about the bling. So that's why I just went tone on tone, just with the blues, and this particular ink color, as it was drying, it's actually, the color is called denim, but as it was drying, it was throwing a bit of a purple. So I was able to pull in the dust. Well, they sort of remind me of the Distress Oxide Dusty Concord. They remind me of that colour. They're a little bit blue. They could throw blue, or they could throw purple. So I was using those blings. Now, these little ones that I'm using, I bought from AliExpress, from Alina Crafts. At the moment, I'm using a Uniquely Creative sparkle brush, and it's actually, it says that it's silver, but it comes out brown. I don't know if they've just got the wrong cap on the wrong brush. I don't know, but I don't think I've ever bought a brown, but it comes out that color. It worked, because the colors, once I put it down, it actually worked, because the hexagon colors are actually more of a bone sort of color. So it works. It was totally fine. And it got all the sparkle on there. I'm going around with some gold POSCA paint pen just to add some gold accents. And that is just about me done, guys. So please let me know if there's anything you would like me to, any particular direction you would like me to go with a live next week. Whether you would like a, let me think. Would you like, so I don't know, I'm thinking off the top of my head. I'm having thoughts and I'm like, oh, maybe I should. I better not throw all my thoughts out there, or you guys will be pouncing on them and you'll be like, yeah, I want you to do this and this. And the thing is with the lives, guys, I load them up afterwards so you can come back to them later on. That's not a problem. The only thing is you might want to speed them up if you want to watch them faster, like a process video, or you can sit and you can scrap together. I like doing that sometimes when I watch people with their lives. Who does that I watch all the time? She's crafty. I watch her. I don't scrap like her, but I love listening to her process, how she processes her pages. So yeah, so that's pretty fun. And I just went over that happy days because that's my title, and I just went over it with the gold just so it popped a little bit more than the word bliss that's up the top. So that is it, guys. That is my layout. Now I'm going to do the zooming in for you. Please, if you have not subscribed to my channel, I would love to have you jump on board or leave me a thumbs up if you're getting value from my videos. I'm continuing to bring you 6 videos a week. I will chuck up some layout shares as well this weekend. I'll put those up for you. And look at all that yummy goodness and glittery goodness and shimmer, and I just love it. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Thank you so much for being a part of my channel. I absolutely love reading all your comments and replying back to you. It absolutely makes my day. Thanks so much for that, and I'll chat to you soon. Bye for now, guys.